Welcome, Prowl Nation. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talks, brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Dan Campbell, the Dan Plan, is working to perfection. We're going to talk to you about that. But first, let me bring in my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Join Prowl Nation. Be part of the family. But it's time to bring in the third man of the crew, my man, LL Cool Tawrence.
Good morning and what's up, Prowl Nation?
Hey, let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show. And Jim, what you got for us today?
Well, we got the Dan Plan, and I call it the Dan Campbell Plan. The reason I do is because the preseason was unlike anything we've ever seen before. It was no dress rehearsals, really, except for the first game, and played the starters a couple series and stuff like that. But other than that, we didn't see a whole lot of our starters. We've seen a lot of our backups, and I think it really was the right thing to do, just because he can evaluate the talent, he evaluates the depth. Those guys get more reps, which they need. The starters don't need as much reps as they do in game situations. It helps our backups be better, and it saves on the injuries and stuff like that. So what do you think about the Dan Plan, Curt?
I have to agree with you on a lot of fronts. You look at the starters didn't need to get that rhythm out there in the preseason games. They were establishing their rhythm in practice, right? So, and they're not giving away a lot of things out there during preseason. It's very vanilla what's going on out there. Yes, you're going to get some starters playing. You're going to get some young guys playing. I like the way that they, even though you have a projected rookie starter in St. Brown, but he got some reps out there just to get himself some NFL playing experience, along with Penei Sewell, Derek Barnes, AJ Parker, some of the other guys. The veteran starters, okay, yeah, they played a little bit in that first game, but guess what? The most of the part, they were on the bench during preseason because they didn't need those reps. We need those guys healthy and fresh for the season. So I like that plan. And this is a preseason unlike any other, because you only have 3 games. It's the first year that a preseason is 3 games. We didn't even have preseason last year. So, okay, yeah, it ain't a big deal. We didn't have preseason last year. It is a big deal because you need to get those players in evaluation status because you have a lot of roster turnover here in Detroit. So you need those games to evaluate those young players, even some of the veteran players that you brought in that aren't going to be on the roster. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen today with the cuts, but I like the Dan Plan during the preseason. What you got, my man, LL?
I like the Dan Plan. Like I don't have no complaints. For a half second, I was worried. With about, or I shouldn't say about injuries, but I watched a couple of the games yesterday, and they had they whole starting squads in some of them, and you kept hearing the dress rehearsal word, and stuff like that. So I was like, well, dang, do we need to do that? And then I saw J.K. Dobbins get hurt, and I said, well, I'm glad we don't play anybody.
Yeah,
a lot of we don't play a lot of them of significance. So I can see both sides of it, but no, I'm riding with I can see if people don't like the plan, but I'm riding with Dan Campbell on this. I'm with the Dan Plan.
Yeah, you know what? That's another thing, though. Dan Campbell, for me, we got the right coach. Everybody in the national media gives him crap, and even some of our fans give him crap. But you know what? In Dan, we trust, and he's a lot smarter than everybody thinks. I'll tell you that right now. It's very smart to like hide your starters away. Because one point that hasn't been brought up, they don't know anything about us. There's no team that knows anything about us. There was no starters, nothing going on. So we showed them nothing on film.
Won't know nothing till a kneecap get bit off.
For real. Nope, so when them 40 whiners come in, they're gonna not know a thing. I'm so happy about it.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. If you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Be a part of Prowl Nation, baby. Jim, what do you have for your family discussion topic for today?
Today is, you know what? We all think the Dan plan worked, but we want to ask you, do you think the Dan plan worked? If so, why? And if not, why? Okay. And then you can put that in the comments below.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what? This show really is run by you guys, and we really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you could you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that like button, because it really helps us grow this channel, and we want to get on the march to 10,000 subscribers. So if you could help us out, we really appreciate that. I got a news and rumor topic today. That running back room is lit. That battle is on fire right now. And last game, Jamar Jefferson had 11 carries, 43 yards. He only averaged 3.9 yards, but you know, he got a long look. He really did. Igwebike, he had 7 carries for 25 yards, a touchdown, a very nice play where he extended over the goal line. He had a 3.6 yard average. Dedrick Mills, they looked at him a little bit, but they also looked at him in the passing game as well. He went 4 for 21 yards. He averaged 5.3. That was pretty good. But in the reception category, as a wide receiver, he got 4 receptions out of the backfield, 46 yards. He averaged 11.5 yards, and he caught everything thrown to him. 4 out of 4. Pretty good there. Dedrick Mills. Nice game. So Craig Reynolds was 4 for 9. 4 for 9 yards, only 2.3 per carry, and he did not get he got 1 reception for 10 yards. So in this battle, and it is a battle, I don't know whether we're going to keep 4 or not. If we keep 4, I have Jamar Jefferson making the team, and I also have Craig Reynolds making the team. If not, I have Jamar Jefferson as running back 3. That's how I feel about it. What do you guys think?
Looking at that, it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough. You look at because they didn't give Craig Reynolds a lot of run against the Colts.
That's why I think.
But I think they already know what they brings to the team. So I think that is going to be one of those things where he may make the roster, and one of those other guys may go to the practice squad. You know, you may give it. I think Jefferson's safe. I think Jefferson is safe.
And that begs the question, because we have Kabinda, and that would be our 4th running back.
Yeah.
Do you carry 5?
You might carry 5 for special teams purposes. That's the only thing, you know, you get one of those guys on special teams.
With Boyle going down with an injury, we basically can carry 3 quarterbacks because one's injured and doesn't count against the roster.
Right. You know, with a thumb injury, I saw him suffer that. It's one of those things where it's going to be some tough decisions today.
It's going to be amazing.
Just because of the fact that the roster cuts down, you know, I think it's today, right? Well,
he said, Dan Campbell said you won't hear nothing till Monday.
I think they have to have the roster down to 53 today. Tomorrow is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday at 4.
Tuesday at 4. So I think that they'll have some roster cuts today. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. But
I think the big cuts come today.
I think the majority of the cuts come today. I think they'll have the practice squad established by tomorrow. And I think I have to agree with you on that. I think Craig Reynolds has done enough to make this roster. And Ibikwe may be one of those guys. That may be the 5th guy.
That's tough too. But if he clears waivers, I think he goes to the practice squad.
I mean, it depends on how many tight ends they carry as well. You know, with Kabinda.
I think they're going to carry 3, and I think the 3rd is Brock Wright.
Oh, okay. Hey,
as I've said all preseason.
Yeah, he always says he's talking about his Brock, the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brock Wright. You know what I'm saying? The WWE character.
Right.
But what you got, LL?
I think Jefferson's safe. I don't know. I'm not so sure if Craig Reynolds. I'm not sure who's going to make it out of Craig Reynolds and Obikwe. If I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. Because Craig Reynolds has had better times up until last game, so maybe Craig Reynolds ended up making it over Ibikwe. I even like Dedrick Mills, but I believe that that will be the main battle is either Ibikwe or Jamar Jefferson. I'm sorry, or Craig Reynolds.
It's going to be tough, man, because Igwebike, I think, did enough.
Yeah,
I really think he did, but I mean, who do you cut? Who do you cut? That's the problem.
Yes, definitely.
Unless
All
you
right,
can
hey,
use one of those
Family.
guys as a return guy.
one of those, but I think they're going to use Khalif Raymond. I just think they were saving him in the preseason.
Yeah. Oh, and he's
They
going to be a
don't-
good receiver too. That's going to be another
Yeah.
problem for your receiving room.
Definitely. All right, hey guys, if you like the content, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My news and rumors topic for today is pump your brakes, calm down with the preseason. I mean, I know that everybody was, we're gonna win the game versus the Colts, and then we lose. Okay, take a chill pill. All right, so both teams in the NFL history that went 0-16 went 4-0 in the preseason. Us being one,
facts,
and Cleveland being the other, right? And then the other thing is that the guys who lost the game aren't going to be on the roster in the first place. Those two are not going to be on the roster. The majority of those guys that played the second half are not going to be in Detroit. I'm sorry to say, they're going to be on somebody's practice squad or not in the league at all.
Right.
Those guys aren't going to play one significant snap for the Detroit Lions in the season. So calm yourself down. I mean, okay, yeah. My thing is, I like the way that those depth guys, those second and third string guys play in the first half. I really wasn't worried about the second half because when you go 2 against 2, we beat up on the Colts. So I was happy about that first half. So,
it was a game. It was a game all the way up into those, terrible, mistakes or whatever, those, game changers. But it was we were looking good, looking tough on both sides of the ball. Yeah, I'm with you. Like it's no need to worry.
In that game, it made it difficult because Corn Elder showed up in this game. We hadn't seen him before, and all of a sudden that dude just popped off the page, and I'm like, no, man. We had this all set. Now that he messed it up. But I agree with you, Curt. Pump your brakes.
Pump the brakes. Because I'm telling you, I still, even though I like Corn Elder, he made this up, but I'm going to tell you, A.J. Parker is the man right now, and I still believe that. That guy, he flies to the ball. That's all he does is get around. He's good. He makes tackles, and he does his thing. So and I like how he plays, and it's kind of like having that type of Derek Barnes type of mentality, flying around to the ball. The guy can run, and he does what he needs to do. He gets the ball carried to the ground. So
it depends on how many DBs we take because they moved Ford out to the outside.
Yeah, I saw that. They moved
it could be Corn Elder and him making the team.
Yeah, it could be. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. It's possible. The only, so you got Iffy, you got Warrior, you got Okuda. I mean, we got a pretty crowded DB room, back there. So
we do. Not the safeties we'd want, but
yeah, but some of the guys that that may be Bobby Price, he may be on the practice squad or he may be out of town. You know what I'm saying?
He'll probably hit the road.
I mean, but you look at the game as a whole, and this is preseason as a whole. Those guys that lost that game in the fourth quarter, they're not even going to be on the roster. So calm down. You know what I'm saying? And as we looked at the main topic today, I think that they played it right. They had a lot of guys to evaluate, and they did that in the game. I hate that Boyle got hurt, had the thumb injury, because actually he had a very good start to that game. So it is what it is. So, all right. If you like the content, as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. My man, LL, what you got for today's topic?
Well, in this year's NFL's top 100 players, one of the two best centers in the league got snubbed with Frank Ragnow, and TJ Hockenson came in, I believe it was in 93.
Yeah.
So of course, like they didn't show us much love, but in 2022, will the Lions have any players on that top 100 list? I think we will. I guess I give a couple of them. Ragnow definitely make it. I believe Hockenson will make it. And maybe even Decker and probably Swift.
That's a good group of names right there. I do believe that Frank Ragnow did get snubbed this year. I mean, The guy played I mean, guy played with a fractured throat. I mean, come
It's
on,
he's one
man.
of the best two centers, and
Yeah, I
not
mean,
two,
what else
so.
this guy has to do to be in that consideration? He was already rated by ESPN as the top center in the league, by those executives and person that did that report on ESPN that did the survey. The guy's a top paid center in the league. I know the guy in Indianapolis, he's pretty good. We're not doubting that at all. But I
Right.
think Frank is the best in the business, and his versatility makes him that way. So he can swing out to guard if he needs to.
Right.
So I like the fact that we have that. Really, the guy who controls our line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball is Frank Ragnow. I think he's a really good center. I just think that he just got snubbed. He's got overlooked because he's in Detroit.
Right.
Yeah, I think that too. People that I think might make it next year, Penei Sewell, because he's a polarizing, thing. He's the 7th pick. If he has a good year, he may make that list.
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure, but he might. Center Frank Ragnow, TJ Hockenson are ones, of course, that I think will make it. Other than that, I don't see anybody else that could make it. DeAndre Swift possibly. And if Goff has a really good year, I don't know why he got snubbed too in a way. Don't you think?
Yeah, actually, for his performance last year, I mean, the guy had thumb surgery and came back and won a playoff game.
Yeah. So what more do you need to do? I don't know.
Pretty much.
Goes to Detroit and his whole thing has changed now. So
Yeah, he's
definitely
no good.
Yeah,
he's
he's
terrible.
not. He's not. He's terrible because he's in Detroit. Yeah, all right, definitely. All right, keep it up, the likes, people. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
watching this video, like the video, share the video, comment. Definitely give us your comments. Speaking of comments, let's go over and talk about some comment cards. Jim, who you got first?
I got to bring Big Frank 311. Yeah, Perryman is going to be gone. He only caught one pass for 6 yards in 2 seasons. What? Wow. Terrible. Also, bye-bye Jelani Tavai. It sounds like a song. My favorites are Hockenson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Barnes, Flowers, and Swift. Lot to take in there. But I think you're right on a lot of this stuff. And in the game on Friday night, Perryman caught one, drop 2. So, yeah.
Can't do that when you're trying to pick a team. All right.
Right.
Harpazo Snatch, my man Brent over there. Another great show, people. Thanks for all you do.
Aw.
We are the Detroit Lions family. Great panel as usual. You know how Brent holds it down. Thanks
He
again
does.
for your comment,
appreciate you.
Harpazo.
All right. Lawson and Schilling Kendall says, just thinking ahead to this season, and Campbell and the Lions are in a perfect setup with no expectations of having a winning season. They can really expand on play calling and schemes without the worry of winning. Kind of like spring practice all season long, a season of practice, the various schemes that will carry forward to winning seasons, building a football legacy. I agree, Lawson and Schilling Kendall.
That's a really
great
good
take. I like that take. That was really, really good.
I do. I love this take here because it encapsulates basically everything we think. There is hope. There's a lot of hope. But the thing is, I don't think it's just going to be this year. I think that, next year and the years to come. But this is perfect. They can put together a really good game plans and everything like that and learn on the job a lot of the coaches and things like that too, and the players. So I love this. I love that. Building a football legacy. That's what we're trying to do. Ryan Tangent says, I've seen news of camp fights for many years, even before teams started doing the inter squad practices. But today's media has to make everything a level 10 with 3 exclamation points and get the clicks they all cherish. Plus, from years of playing on team sports, I realize that not everyone on your team is going to be your buddy. Ain't that the truth?
Right.
There will be disagreements and skirmishes when egos and competition are involved. This is a good take too, because, we get those fights and we have all this stuff about, Dan Campbell lose, doesn't have discipline or whatever. But I think those are just really, really times 10, like you said, with the exclamation points on this very trivial topic.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Cujo Bob says, fighting is generally a sign of lack of respect and leadership somewhere. Okay. If you can't be disciplined enough with your own teammates, how can you be trusted to keep your cool against someone on another team? Wow, Cujo Bob.
He flipped the script on this.
Yeah, he definitely opposite of the take we just had. Some people's mentality may be different than others. I mean, like I don't know if it's a lack of respect. I mean, you just get heated. Sometimes you're just gonna have those situations, especially when you have a contact sport like in a like football, where you're gonna get a little heated. It's gonna be a little competition. You know what I'm saying? So, um, here's the thing: it didn't come to fisticuff. The thing that happened at the on the final day of training camp was a whole bunch of just pushing and shoving. It wasn't didn't nobody get the fighting and punching each other's lights out. It was a little bit of trash talk and actually spurned on by the coaches. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get that. I don't see that to that level, but I mean, interesting take there, Cujo Bob.
You ever have a brother? I mean, it is like that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You can fight, you can fist fight, you can knock each other out, but you're still brothers, man. Somebody
Yeah.
goes,
Over
but then
anything.
somebody goes
Over
ahead and goes
anything.
at your
Right.
brother. Guess where you're going to be?
Yeah. I mean,
And
For
yeah, I
real.
mean,
we own
and
them
just
like
like
how we was
your
on each
brothers
other.
in your neighborhood, your friends, your close friends,
Yep.
man, you get into a scrap and does each other off, and you back on you doing bike rides and on what I'm
Yep.
saying, whatever with your brother, because that's how I get down.
Right.
It was just a quick little skirmish and things happen. But hey, like I said, thank you for the comment with Cujo Bob.
John Thrasher says,
Yes.
awesome take, Kurt Steele, on the redundancies within the organization to help negate the pitfalls. Holmes, Dorsey, Campbell, Lynn, Glenn,
Yeah.
Capers.
We've said this before, where you have a experienced person that helps out maybe somebody who's green and like the head coach is Dan Campbell, first time being a head coach. Offensive coordinator is Anthony Lynn, former head coach. You have John Dorsey helping out Brad Holmes,
Right.
who was John Dorsey's a legend as a GM in the NFL. Or you have Don Capers, who is a great defensive mind helping out Aaron Glenn. So yeah, I appreciate that. Mr. Thrasher, thank you for that comment.
All right. You know what? If you enjoy the content here, we'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, or if this is maybe your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. If I could talk, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And also hit the like button if you can. We really appreciate that. Now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man Curt.
All right, so the dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Hey, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Now, today's shout out goes out to the Great Lakes, Michigan Little League team for winning the Little League World Series yesterday. They beat the other Great Lakes team, which was from Ohio. They didn't have any international teams play this year, but shout out to Michigan, definitely winning the Little League World Series. It's the first time, I think, since the 50s, like 58, 59, since the Michigan team has won the Little League World Series, and a great bunch of little young men out there getting it done. So congratulations to those guys. They beat some hot teams, especially beat Hawaii, was a monster team, and they beat Ohio. So congratulations to those young fellas out there for winning the Little League World Series. And that's your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. You know what you got to say. Get your cookie on.
My final thoughts for today is I can't wait. It's cut day. We're going to get some shockers, I'm pretty sure, today. I think that it's going to be, I can't say a lot of fun because people are losing their jobs today, guys. So that's difficult. But I'm interested to see who we cut and then who we begin to add at the end of the week. I think there's going to be some additions and some more subtractions. Your final 53 will not be the final 53 that starts this season. I can almost guarantee that. We will be probably picking up some new names and stuff. So just, we trust the process. But anyway, we are on a lot of different audio channels right now. And if you're on the go, or if you're in the gym on the treadmill, something, and you can't really watch us, you can listen by Amazon Music. You can listen on Audible. You can listen on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, rather. You can listen to us on Spotify. You pick your poison there, and then, well, that's probably not a good term, but you know what I mean? Go ahead and listen to us on the go, and just look for Detroit Lions on the Prowl, search that, and then you'll come up with that. And we could have put that in the description as well, so you can have that there.
Yes, definitely. My final thoughts for today's show is that it's here. Cut day is here. Like you said, and it's been a lot of movement around the league. Think about players getting traded for. Gardner Minshew
Goes to Jackson.
got traded to the Eagles.
Oh,
and
goes
then
to the Eagles from Jackson.
yeah, from Jacksonville. And then you had Shaq Lawson going to the Jets. So there's some movement going around right now. So I don't think it's over. So I believe it's going to be fun.
Final thoughts for today. It is cut day, but I was watching the game last night, or one of the games yesterday, and they were saying that this might be some of these guys' last game of their career. I wish that I could say this like Luke G. So shout out to Luke G from Luke G's Field Review. Don't let this be the end of your career. You know what I'm saying? Just because this might be the end of this year, it might be the end of your NFL training camp. I don't really know all of the circuits that, you know, people can go play football, but don't let this be the end of it all.
Yes,
if you don't
definitely. All right. Hey, you know, hey, if you haven't done so already, definitely subscribe to the channel. Join Prowl Nation. Great take, my man, LL. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're a home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, like the channel, subscribe, become part of Prowl Nation. You know what I'm saying? Join the family, baby. You know how we do it. Go over to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Matthew Ferguson just posted another gem of an article over there. It's a great read. Go over and check it out and get yourself some Lions on the Prowl gear. I got the new shirt on today, the Curt Steele What Up Though. So hey, go over there, get yourself a What Up Though shirt. My man Jim is rocking the kneecap biters, you know what I'm saying? So hey, go over there to lionontheprowlshop.com, get yourself some Lions on the Prowl gear and be a part of Prowl Nation. Like Jim said, you can find us on many platforms and go over to BellyUpSports.com. The show is brought to you by those guys. Hey, man, Belly Up Sports, they got tons of content over there. They cover every sport imaginable, even fantasy sports, even like I think Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's all kind of sports over there on BellyUpSports.com. Tons of podcasts to listen to, great takes, just a bunch of talented individuals. So go over and check out BellyUpSports.com for all of your sports needs. Get yourself some Lions gear over on Fanatics.com. The link in the description helps us grow this content because a little bit of portion of your sales go to help us grow this content. So, hey, it's Monday. Man, it is great to start the week with everyone here, right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And like LL said, some careers are going to be over today. So we all talk about people who don't belong on the Lions and, you know, cuts, but you have to think about it like this. There are people that's going to lose their job, and this probably being the last opportunity to play in the league. So, hey, they can go to CFL, arena football, you know what I'm saying, some semi-pro leagues, but, you know, XFL is supposed to be coming back, and so is the USFL. So hopefully we can get some more football for those guys down the line.
And we can go to the Wall of Fame.
Definitely. We got to walk over to the Wall of Fame before we close this thing out. All right. So first up, we have our our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, the Latino Leo, Brian Stover, Bo Garakis, Justin, my favorite bear, 10K. And then we have Say Surratt Roberts, Sub-Z Trap City Boys Entertainment. Then we have Mr. Scotty the Bear. You know what I'm saying? Crystal Wiley, Bubba Bo, John Kapler, Art Allen, David Anderson, and the big fella, the Flintstone, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo? All right, silver members, we have Nomus J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, flashing that bat signal all over the place. Then we have John Martin. The F5 is in the building. The Tornado. You know how he holds it down. And you know we got Lions. And then rounding out the Wall of Fame, we have the gold members, Michael Huck, who was traveling this weekend. Hope you make it home safe, my brother. Yes. Just in the D, we have Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley. Shout out to Turner C. Burley. He's got a loss in his family. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? My condolences to you from the crew right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Dominic Davis, Bob Kurowski. We have Pride 74.
What up, Dominic?
The big fella, the writer extraordinaire, Matthew Ferguson. What up, Ferg? You have Randall Flagg 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, the big fella, Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken. And you know who we got? He's always here. The doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the join now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen. Hey, it is Monday, people. You know what you guys to do. Wipe those crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work. And whatever you do in life, you know what you guys to do. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.